Welcome back everyone. In this video we will continue exercise 1.1 of rational numbers. So first sum we have already done in the previous video. Let's continue with the second sum. Second sum is write the additive inverse of these numbers. So 5 parts has been given. Now 3 I will do and remaining 2 you have to try. So first part is, first of all we have to understand what is additive inverse. Additive inverse we have studied in properties. Additive inverse is negative of a number. And in other words I can tell you, additive inverse means any number with which if I add the number I will get 0 as my answer. So let's try. Whichever number is written, you always have to write the opposite sign. See, if nothing is written, that means that number is in positive form. Additive inverse of plus 2 by 8 will be, only the sign will be changed. So it will be minus 2 by 8. Here plus sign was there, so I have changed the plus with minus sign. Now you can add these two also. Plus 2 by 8 minus 2 by 8, you can see if I am adding these two I will get 0. If you are not getting 0 as your answer on adding the numbers, that means your additive inverse you have written incorrect. Now let's do for the second. Your second part is minus 5 by 9. See, this number is given with the minus sign. So additive inverse, I told you, you always have to take opposite sign. If minus is written, you will write plus and the number will remain same. Here two minus signs are given. Two minus signs they have given just to confuse you. See, minus and minus sign will get cancelled. So here 6 by 5 I am left with, which means this is a positive number. So additive inverse of a positive number will be, I only have to write minus sign with my answer. So minus 6 by 5 is the additive inverse of minus 6 by 5 minus 6 by minus 5. So which was 6 by 5. Now you can check yourself if you are adding these two numbers. Are you getting 0? If you are getting 0, your additive inverse is correct. And remaining two parts you also have to try. Now let's move forward towards the next question. Your next question is verify minus of x is equals to, I'll write down the question. So you have to verify minus of minus x is equals to x. If you have positive numbers of minus signs or even number, I will tell you. See, here I have two minus signs. Whenever you have even number of minus signs, all the minus signs will get cancelled. So your answer will be positive in that case. So let's find out. Let's prove this thing. This is my left hand side. This is my right hand side. So I have to verify this minus of minus x is equals to x. So two parts has been given for this question and I'll do one you have to do yourself. X is equals to minus 13 by 17. Second part I am choosing because this is given in minus form. First part is in positive form, so that you can do yourself. I will write this thing minus of minus x. I will here write left hand side. Minus of minus x, I will put this minus sign as it is. Now I will put one bracket, this one. Now I will write this minus sign. Whatever is written, you just have to write the things same way. Two minus things, two minus signs they have told us to write. So two minus signs I have written. Now I have to put bracket. See, if you don't want to put, leave it. But don't get confused because our x is again in minus form. One minus I have written this, another minus I have written this. Now I am going to write x, which is minus 13 by 17. So since the two minus signs are together, that's why I am putting bracket sign so that you won't get confused. Now I told you whenever even number means 2, 4, 6, 8, all the multiples of 2. Whenever you have even number of multiple minus signs, those will get cancelled. Two minus signs will get cancelled. Still I am left with only one minus sign. So I will write minus 13 by 17. So which is equals to my x. See, minus of minus x, I got minus 13 by 17. Minus of minus x, I got minus 13 by 17. I can see my x is equals to minus 13 by 17. So can I write it like this now? X. I will write this as x because it is given. You can see now left hand side is equals to right hand side. So that was the question. You have to verify this thing is equals to this, and that's we have verified now. You just have to start by writing left hand side. Now just keep on writing whatever things they have written. Minus sign write as it is. Again this minus sign write as it is. Now write the value of x, which is minus 13 by 17. Now put one more bracket to reduce further confusion. Two minus signs, they will get cancelled. So I am left with now minus 13 by 17, which is equal to the value of x. Hence I proved minus of minus x is equals to minus 13 by 7, which is equals to x. Fourth question is find multiplicative inverse. We have learnt in properties multiplicative inverse means reciprocal of a number. Reciprocal. Reciprocal is another name of multiplicative inverse. If any one of the term they have mentioned you, just make sure both are same. Multiplicative inverse is reciprocal. Reciprocal is multiplicative inverse. So let's do. Like in additive inverse or negative inverse, changing the signs. But here in multiplicative inverse or reciprocal, we don't have to change any signs. We only have to change numerator and denominator. See, I will do 2 parts, 6 parts are given in the question. 2 I will do, remaining 4 you have to try and share the answers. Minus 13, I can write, it can be written as minus 13 by 1 because it's a rational number. Rational number has, it can be written in P over Q form where your Q is not equals to 0. So minus 13 I have written in this form. Reciprocal means I have to interchange numerator with denominator. This is upper term is numerator, lower term is denominator. So I will interchange these terms, but the sign I should not change. See, in additive inverse we were only changing the signs, but in reciprocal we are changing the numerator and denominator. Sign should not be changed. So minus sign I will write first because afterwards, so that I won't do incorrect. So sign I'll write first. I have to change numerator into denominator. So reciprocal will be minus 13 minus 1 by 13. Original number was minus 13 over 1. Reciprocal will be minus 1 over 13. So this is reciprocal. Only your numerator and denominator is getting interchanged. Sign should not be changed. So let's do the second question, fifth part. In fifth part, you can see it's written in this form. If the question is given in this form, first of all, whenever only numerator is given, always write by 1 so that you can see that this is a rational number. After doing this, now I have to write the reciprocal. Reciprocal means I need one single term. One rational number I need, but here I have been given 2 rational numbers. So first of all, multiplication means one single term. So I will multiply the terms and convert it into a single term. 1 into 2 is 2. Even number of minus signs. See, 1 and 2. 2 minus signs are there. Even number of minus signs, they will get cancelled. 2 minus and minus will get cancelled. So I am left with 2. 1 into 5. 5. So now the reduced form of this is this, which is again a rational number. Now I can write its denominator or its reciprocal, sorry, or multiplicative inverse. It will be 5 by 2. Only numerator and denominator I have interchanged. So reciprocal of this term will be 5 by 2. You can try by doing the other sums, and only the interchange of terms you have to do. signs should remain same. This number was in plus form, so answer also I have written in plus form. And to make sure you have written correct, just do multiplication of the original number with its reciprocal. You can see 2 and 2 will get cancelled, 5 and 5 will get cancelled, and you will get 1 as your answer. If you are multiplying original number with its reciprocal, you will get 1 as your answer. And in additive inverse or negative of a number, when you were adding the number, see, additive inverse you can check by adding, multiplicative inverse means you can check by multiplying with the number. In that case, the answer should be 0. Here the answer should be 1. Let's do the fifth question now, in which you have to name the property under multiplication. So for this question again, you have to go back and refer to the properties of rational numbers. And for properties of rational numbers, I have made one video. If you want, you can go in my playlist and see that video before doing this question. Now let's start. Minus 4 by 5, 3 parts are there, and all the 3 I am discussing over here. Minus 4 by 5 into 1 is equals to 1 into minus 4 by 5 is equals to minus 4 by 5. So either if I write this, a number I am multiplying with 1, or if I multiply 1 with a number, I am getting the number itself. Which means I have discussed in the property that if you are getting the same number means identity. If I am looking into the mirror, I can see myself. So 1 is just like a mirror for a number if it's getting multiplied. So it means this is your multiplicative identity. Why multiplicative identity? Because I am getting same number on multiplying. We have learnt one more property, that is additive identity. That is for 0. Because why additive identity? Because on adding 0, I am getting my identity. My identity means whichever number, original number I am getting as my answer. So here this is multiplicative identity because I am multiplying and I am getting same number. Let's do the second part. Now you can see minus 13 by 17 into minus 2 by 7 is equals to minus 2 by 7 into minus 13 by 17. Only two numbers they have given, two rational numbers a and b. This will be a and b. They have done rearrangement. A multiplied by b, they have mentioned it is equals to b multiplied by a. So which is this property? Yes, it is commutative property. We have done in first question also that whenever we are doing or we are rearranging the numbers, that property is known as commutative. See, only rearrangement of my terms has been done. Answer is same. Same means equal to is given, which means answer is same. Now let's do the third part. Third part they are doing, this is minus 19 divided by 29 multiplied by 29. This is by or divide, we can say. Minus 19 by 29 into 29 by minus 19 is equals to 1. See, in the previous question we have done the same thing. See, this is original number minus 19 by 29. So now they are multiplying the number with the reciprocal, 29 by minus 19. See, original number, reciprocal, and they are getting 1. So what is this property? Yes, this is multiplicative inverse, or I can say reciprocal of a number. So when multiplicative inverse or original number is multiplied, we are getting 1 as our answer. In last question also we have discussed the same thing. The sixth question, you have to try it yourself, because it is a simple multiplication of a given number with the reciprocal of another number. So for another number you have to take reciprocal of that number. Reciprocal you guys already know how to do, then you can do simple multiplication. Now let's do the seventh question. In seventh question again they are asking you in which property I can write this term as this, or I can compute this term as this term. So while discussing properties, I have already mentioned one property in which three terms were there. A into B into C equals to A into B into C. See, terms were same, but only the place of my bracket it was changed. So this property was associative property. In associative property, both the sides of the equal to terms were same, but only the place of my bracket it was changed. Now can I relate this with this number? See, I have got three numbers. This is my A. I will consider this as A, this as B, and this as C. See, 1 by 3, 6 and 4 by 3. 1 by 3, 6 and 4 by 3. See, the terms are same on both the sides of equals to, but the only thing is in first term bracket is on 6 into 4 by 3. In second term bracket is at the starting of the question. So only the place of bracket is changed, but the terms are same. So this property is associative property. Only this you have to mention. By using associative property, we can compute or we can write these terms equals to this term. Let's do ninth question now. See, 8th and 9th question both are same. 9th I will do for you now, and 8th you have to remember. You have to try yourself. Let's do. Is 0.3 the multiplicative inverse of this number? Why or why not? You have to tell 3 into 3 or 1 by 3 is a reciprocal of this number or it's not a reciprocal. Multiplicative inverse is also known as reciprocal. So if both the terms, any one of the term is written, just try to remember both the terms are same. Now let's find out. I have done one property for multiplicative inverse. Like if I am multiplying a number with its multiplicative inverse, I am getting 1. This is my number, and if I am multiplying that number with multiplicative inverse, my number is 1. So let's use this property and find out whether this number, they both are multiplicative inverse of one another or not. Let's start. So my original number is 0.3. Now given number is multiplicative inverse is this 3 into 1 by 3. Both the numbers, one is written in decimal form and the other one is written in mixed fraction. So first of all, I have to convert it into rational number form, 0.3. So whenever a number is written in decimal form, I will just remove the decimal. I will remove the decimal, this decimal will be removed. I will write only 3 because 0, 3 and 3 is same number. Now there is only one number or one digit after the, so I will put 10 and along with that 1. So 10 I will write. So if I remove the decimal of any number, see 0.3, only one digit was there after decimal, that's why I am writing 10. So if two digits are there, so if while removing the decimal I will write 2 zeros with 1 like this. I know, and I am sure every one of you know how to remove a decimal. So on removing a decimal, 0.3 can be written as 3 by 10. And now, and if you guys don't know how to remove a decimal, please ask me, please share with me so that I can make another video of changing the decimal numbers into rational number form. Now let's continue here. This is mixed fraction. Mixed fraction, every one of us know how to change it into a fractional form. These two numbers I will multiply. 3 into 3 is 9 and this number I will add. This number I will add. 9 plus 1 is 10. These two I am multiplying. 3 into 3, 9, and this number I will add in the answer of their multiplication. 3 into 3 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. This denominator will remain same. So this I have changed. Decimal form also I have changed. Mixed fraction also I have changed. Now I am multiplying these two terms. 3 and 3 will get cancelled because I have already told you if we are doing multiplication of two rational numbers sideways and upward downward cancellation is possible. So 3 into 1, 3 into 1, both 3 and 3 are getting cancelled, and 10 and 10 will get cancelled. So I am left with 1, which means number into its reciprocal is equals to 1. This was the property which I was choosing, and whenever I am multiplying my number into another given number, I can see I got 1, which means this number is a reciprocal of or multiplicative inverse of this number. You guys, you should try, or I want you to try question number 8, which is same question, only the numbers are different. You have to use this property and find out whether the both numbers are in a reciprocal of each other or not. Let's do the 10th question. It has 3 parts, and all 3 parts we will discuss here. First of all, we have to tell a rational number that does not have a reciprocal. So we have to think reciprocal means the denominator should be changed into numerator and numerator should be changed into denominator. So we have to tell such number that does not have any reciprocal. Think the rational number which does not have any reciprocal, that is 0. Why 0? Because see, 0 by 1, it will be 0. I can represent as rational number as 0 by 1. But what will be its reciprocal? Its reciprocal will be 1 by 0. See, numerator I am changing into denominator and denominator as numerator. But if you have seen my first video of rational numbers, I have clearly mentioned your q. See, this is p by q, but your q should not be equals to 0. But here my q is getting equals to 0, which means 0 cannot have a reciprocal. Because if I am changing 0 into its reciprocal, I am getting this form, and this form is telling me that this number is not a reciprocal. So 0 is a number which does not have any reciprocal. The second part is the rational number which is equal to the reciprocal. So any rational number which is equal to the reciprocal. This is very simple. See, if I have 1 as my rational number, 1 I can write as 1 by 1. So it will be, its reciprocal will also be 1 by 1, which means 1 is equals to its reciprocal. I can also take minus 1. If I write the reciprocal of minus 1, again it will be minus 1 by 1 or 1 by minus 1. That means both the number and the reciprocal, they are same. 1 or minus 1, they both have same reciprocal or equal reciprocal to the original number. Now the third part is the rational number equals to its negative. Negative means additive inverse. Again, this is very simple. I know 0 is a rational number, and if I add 0 in 0, I will get 0. So this is original number, this is negative of a number, or minus 0 also. If you write plus 0 minus 0, 0 means 0. Whether you write plus 0 or minus 0, both are equal. So additive inverse is equals to the original number. So 0 is that number which is equal to its negative. Now we are left with only one question, 11th question, and 11th sum, there are fill in the blanks, and I want you guys to try fill in the blanks yourselves. And if you have any doubt while doing the fill in the blanks, you can go back to the videos of properties of rational numbers. If you view that video and understand the properties carefully, then you will be able to do the fill in the blanks. Then with that, our exercise 1.1 is completed, and in my next video I will do exercise 1.2. Thank you.